Hello, hi, what's up everyone? It's me, Matt from Diazable, coming at you with another album review. And I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm happy to be back for now. Yeah. Today we're checking out the band Age of Panic with the album, or EP, depending on how you call it, Blades Drawn. Now, if you've never heard of this band, a little info about them. They're from Lexington, Kentucky, and they've been a band since about 2021. And they play a metallic, metalcore, hardcore infused style of music. For fans of people who like Zaya, uh, what was it 7 seconds? Uh, I mean, I think Seven Angels, Seven Plagues. Sorry, whoops, got it mixed up. Um, Stick to Your Guns, stuff like that. And I got introduced to this band because one, my friend who plays in another band called Raptured, he introduced me to them via the Lexington scene, and I checked them out. And I also saw them live at LDB Fest this past year, and they were one of the opening acts. And gotta say, they put on a pretty good show. It's very rare when I've never heard a lot of music from a band and instantly mosh to it. So, with that being said, really appreciate Age of Panic, and let's dissect this album, Blades Drawn. Yeah. Starting the EP off, we have the song Act of Treachery. It gives me like early 2000s metalcore vibes in the sense that it's a very erratic and intense song in how they're playing. I would say though, with the guitar tuning though, it seemed a little bit light as I want to describe it, but they sound heavy. Like I think the tuning sounds very light, but how they're playing it sounds heavy. Did notice that also the drums on this track were not the best. They didn't seem too mic'd up. But I will say the breakdown and the vocalist vocals very brutal, very clear. So overall, it's a pretty good song for opening the EP, I think. Hey guys, hang with my life. When we move into the song, Final Words. As I was listening to this song, his vocals sounded like someone, or I've heard his vocals from somewhere before, but I just couldn't pinpoint it at the time. It was really like doing my head in, like, who does he sound like? The guitar riffs are very solid. They're very chuggy with the guitars here. At times they are a little bit stiff. I would say the lead guitarist here is playing really well, doing a lot of versatile playing and everything. Uh, and then the vocalist, when he goes low in his vocals, they're very low, very heavy, very dense. Um, Overall, the tuning and vibe of the song with the guitars and everything has a nice grooviness to it. I've noticed just on these two tracks, the guitars, the tuning is really, really good, very stellar work. I think they put a lot of work into that, which is really good. Uh, but then again, the drums, again, they seem a bit off and hard to hear at times, especially with the China crash. It sounds really buried in the mix. Could be a little frailty and narcissism. Off the get-go, the bass and guitar tuning was very noticeable, very, very catchy, and just tuned and mixed very well. It has a very heavy and like sludgy breakdown opening of a song. Like it's just heavy from the go. Um, then it turns into more of like a bouncy bop of a song. Like they know how to put like some good grooveness to their songs and everything. It makes me think like just listening to it, reviewing it properly, it makes me rethink about, oh, when I was at LDB Fest, like, oh, this is why I was going off in the pit because it instantly like sucked me in with their music. Like they know how to get you catch your attention for sure. Then towards the later part of the song, they changed up the tempo a little bit. It's a little bit faster, speeding it up a bit. This time around, the drums can be felt and heard more. And the chugging from the guitars seem a bit tighter here. Overall, I think it's like the best track on the song on the EP, and I want to play a little bit of this song for you. I mean, just that opening tuning and sounding of the guitars and bass are just phenomenal. Next, we have Venom Upon the Blade. And I want to say the one thing I noticed about the this song was the guitars. They're very interesting and kind of mesmerizing as I was listening to it, like throughout the song. It's a heavy song, and I still can't pinpoint who he sounds like. Who does he remind me of while I was listening to this EP? It's still stuck in my head. It's a well-produced song. Everything's pretty played well. Besides the mesmerizing guitar riff, everything does feel a little bit by the books slash kind of like safe. Like it's good. It's well produced. It's great. It just kind of meh compared to the other songs, but not necessarily bad. And to end this EP, we have the song "The Burdens We Carry." Again, the guitars, to me, they just sound very rich and interesting throughout this whole EP. And again, on this song, you can definitely hear it. Also, I feel like I get a bit of like Vane FM influence, kind of like also like with some industrial influence as well. Heavy, 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 heavy breakdown, slow and weird, but in a good way. Vocals on this track, they carry over a distance. They are like noticeably like they can go pretty far. So yeah. With that being said, I want to play a little bit of this song as well. Let me just get set up. Yeah, so yeah, that was my thoughts and feelings for this album, Blaze Drawn by the band Age of Panic. Overall, it's a very, very well produced EP for being so short and everything, but it sounds really good. And the most interesting about part about this album is the guitars, the riffing, the chugging, the variety in tuning, the variety in like playing and stuff. It's very, as I was saying earlier, very mesmerizing and truly a unique experience with their riffs here, I think. And number one of all, I think they just tight. They just sound tight. They're not loose, the guitars. There's no wasted time with the guitars. And then next you have like the bass, which is thoroughly heard throughout the EP and like really complements the overall sound of the album. And then you have their vocalist, who has a very large, I want to say like a truly larger than life vocal style. Like he projects, he has a lot of versatility and it's very nice and refreshing. The only drawback I have on this EP is the drums. They seemed really off at times or not mic'd up enough. They just weren't being punchy enough, I think. And I think that took away from some of the album for me overall. But even still, it's still a phenomenal album, still dialed in really well. The guys did really well on this, I think, for being a short EP and only having been in the game for like 2-3 years. I'm very impressed with what they can do, and I'm looking forward to a full-length album from them. And with that being said, I think the score that I would love to give for this EP from the band Age of Panic with the album Blaze Drawn Out, it's a very, very, very solid 8.5 out of 10. Yeah. So that was my review of the new album from Age of Panic, Blaze Drawn. I've said that like 3 times already, but whatever. Links down below. Check us out. Tell me how I'm doing. Tell me what you think of the album. And yeah, till next time, guys. Thanks for coming by. And always, thank you for the support. I'll see you later.